Well, since Father O'Shaughnessy made a visit, we may get a visit from the commissioner.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah! All right, y'all. Let's do it. Good morning. Welcome to the Taco Tuesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. And this first hour of said Snowman in the Morning is brought to you in part by BetUS.com. BetUS.com, where the game begins. I'm the Snowman, the big dog Shane Lake, Mr. Droid himself, Shane Creighton, along with us. Vic Allah will be back with us tomorrow. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Tired.
Yeah, I was about to say he's probably tired because his ass was up through overtime. So
No. If you read the group chat, and I know Snowman did, he's like, I'm not watching this game. I'm too tired. I'm tired.
Yep. And my wife and I both love the Chiefs. And she didn't even watch. She came in from a long day and said, F it.
now the biggest question I have from yesterday's game is, does this show that Kansas City is vulnerable?
Absolutely, it does.
Yes, it does. As a Chiefs fan myself, it very much shows that we are vulnerable to taking a big fat L.
You didn't do it right. You didn't do it right.
You mean
any team in the NFL, including the world champions, are vulnerable to taking a big fat. But then the world champions woke up in overtime and told Tampa Bay, "You fool!" Which essentially means Droid's prediction about the Atlanta Falcons is about to come true. the Atlanta Falcons basically now have a 4-game lead in the NFC South.
Well, that division could be
Two
locked.
in the loss column over Tampa Bay, and they swept the season series.
I find it funny that the entire offseason I was preaching to y'all, don't sleep on Atlanta, 2 Chainz could wake up, and you were like, no, he's not.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been getting proven wrong over and over and over, and then
You know what converted? I'll tell you the game that converted me. 2 games that converted me. The win against Philadelphia, the comeback win against Philadelphia, and the comeback win against Tampa Bay. When 2 Chainz Cousins and Adric dropped us a super chat this morning. Thank you, sir, so much. Dropped 509 yards, and to date, the only 500-yard game in the NFL this year.
Dropped 5 bills on us.
509, which had me getting in front of this microphone.
Wait, what's 2 Chainz yards so far this season, like overall?
Hang on a second, I'm working on it.
Yep, the statistician is at work.
The stats are presented by BetUS.
I think he's leading the league, or he's second or third in the league.
He might
Give me just a second here. We are going to take a look. Current yardage, 4th in the league at 23-28. Tied for 4th with 17 touchdowns.
2,300. Man, this is crazy. 2 Chainz is having a renaissance year.
He's having a year that basically just says, F you to everybody that hated me in Minnesota. You're going to hate me more in Atlanta.
Right now, the top 5 in the quarterbacks for yardage is Geno Smith at 2560, Baker Mayfield
at 2389, Lamar at 2379, 2 Chainz at 2328.
Baker's name. It's Baker Mayfield.
And Joe Burrow at 2244. 6, 7, and 8 goes CJ Stroud, 2139, Aaron Rodgers, 2107, Brock Purdy, 2101. Then 9 and 10 go Trevor Lawrence and Josh Allen. Those are all the quarterbacks that have thrown for 2,000 yards to date. Do any one of these quarterbacks that we named, can any of them eclipse $5,000?
Yes.
I would say there's about 4 of them that will.
Yes, because Atlanta still has to play Carolina.
True.
Twice.
That's going to be a 600 yard. That's going to be 600 yards.
I think 2 Chainz has to play Atlanta twice. No, once.
Has to play.
One more.
Oh, they play Carolina one more time. Okay.
Because remember, I called that Carolina Atlanta game.
You did. Of the top 10 quarterbacks, which 5 do you think can eclipse 5,000 yards?
Oh, out of the top 10?
Hear their names again.
Yeah, out of the top 10 who lead in yards.
Droid, the top 10 is Geno, Baker, Lamar, Kirk, Burrow, Stroud, Rodgers, Purdy, Trevor Lawrence, and Josh Allen.
Probably Purdy or Allen. One of the two.
Purdy can definitely eclipse $5,000. In fact, I think he'll become the second quarterback in 49er history with back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons, matching the legendary Steve Young.
I'm looking at the
all
schedule.
Brock Purdy needs to like basically encapsulate himself in the Hall of Fame is a ring.
Yes.
Listen,
we already got the Super Bowl rivalry with the Chiefs.
Yeah, you do.
Which is fun in and of itself. Okay. Sorry about my voice, ladies and gentlemen. Lamar, I think, can eclipse $5,000. 2 Chainz can eclipse $5,000. CJ Stroud
would have a real good shot at that.
Yeah, Stroud has a good shot of eclipsing $5,000 and setting a team record.
I mean, outside of maybe 3 games, the Texans have a relatively easy schedule the rest of the way.
And I got a piece of news for you.
Being
Christian McCaffrey has returned.
Not surprised.
He's returned to practice this week, which means he is on target to play on Sunday in Tampa. And since Tampa lost to Kansas City, they lost to the AFC and the Super Bowl champs. They're going to lose this coming week to the NFC champs because we got to go into their house. And this will truly be a get right game for San Francisco. We'll discuss that later in the week. Looking at Kansas City, and I toss this to Droid, being our Chiefs expert here. Can they run the table?
The rest of their schedule? I don't know. I really don't know. As somebody who has watched the Chiefs for so long, like we're not going undefeated. We're gonna lose to somebody, and it's probably gonna be the Broncos. Just because we always have our yearly Broncos L.
I like how you put that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have them twice to end the season, including next week.
Mm-hmm.
I think next week we beat them. They're going to beat us near the end of the season where we're sitting everybody.
Yeah,
I could see that.
That's what happened with Frisco when we sat everybody after we clinched the number.
I mean, the two games I'd be looking at that could be problematic for Kansas City. The Chiefs have the Bills in 2 weeks, and then they have Houston in December.
Yeah.
That could be the two games where you scratch your head and wonder, are we actually going to pull this one out?
Oh, hell.
What?
Looking ahead to week 10. Oh, hell. Well, let's do this. Let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll look ahead to week 10 in the NFL, and we'll see how busy we're going to be, because that 1 o'clock window is going to make me take a nap when I'm done. I'll explain. Snowman in the morning, back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals, chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E. Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast. where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us on this Taco Tuesday edition. If you want to be a part of the show, just jump on to youtube.com/@Snowman Multimedia or subscribe here for exclusive content, youtube.com/@SIT Morning. And you can follow along with us and you can drop a chat to us. And the super chats are open. We got our first one this morning. Thank you, Adric. And the Cash App line is open as well. Talking all things football to begin the day after the upcoming break. Droid and Hawkey will become best friends. More on that in a moment. Now, Sunday for me is going to be a pain.
Yeah.
Because I just looked at the Week 10 schedule. Oh,
I'm looking at it myself, and
oh boy, I've got to get me a third monitor.
I mean, I'm looking at this right now, and half these doggone games are sleepers.
The 2 that I have will not be. The 2 that you know what? Let me take that back. The Colts are hosting Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Brock Purdy and the Niners go to Tampa Bay. I would say it another way, but I promised I'd be a good boy.
To quote a NXT theme song, they're gonna whoop that trick.
Yep, that they are. But again, looking at some of these, looking at some of these. Droid, you mentioned Kansas City's foil being Denver. Guess who you have this week?
I know. I'm very aware.
I mean, I'm just glad New England has the week off so we don't have to suffer.
No, you don't.
Oh, wait, we have Chicago. It's basically a week off.
No, it ain't.
There's no way Caleb Williams beats New England.
No, it ain't a week off for either team because I'm calling this one right now.
By God, that's Austin's music.
And I see 4 of them that I'm going to break the glass.
Oh, God. Oh, dear God. And we got Rod Peterson coming Friday to make these picks.
Yes. Rod Peter. Yes, our guest picker will be Rod Peterson, the great Rod Peterson, one of my best friends and a broadcasting buddy of mine. He will be here Friday morning. We're anticipating a late start because of his schedule and everything in between. So we're gonna get going with Rod on Friday.
I ain't gonna have
But I'm
no
looking at
damn
some-
control of that segment.
Sure you will.
Bull.
Excuse me?
I say bull. You know,
Why?
we all know how this ends, but
Why?
after about 10 minutes, it devolves into a free for all.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. We're just as calm and as peaceful and just here, you know.
Your nose grew about 3 feet. Quit bull crapping me.
Excuse me?
Your nose grew about 3 foot on that one. Quit bull crapping me.
It only grew 2. Shut up.
Anyway.
It only grew 2. Shut up. Yeah, if y'all haven't been with us for any time that we've done the picks, for some crazy reason that only Dog can explain, with him being the producer, the picks seem to get out of control. I don't know
can't
why.
explain it, dude. It just happens.
I had a friend write into me and said, "Keep the picks coming."
Okay. No problem.
He said, keep the picks coming, college and pro. Now, to the NBA we go.
Do we
the
have
Cavs
to?
are 8-0. What?
You mean to tell me they actually found some embalming juice and actually are able to do something?
They won. They came back from 10 down to beat the Milwaukee Bucks last night. 116-114. The Bucks are screwed.
Oh yeah. That's a given.
The Bucks are done for. The Utah Jazz got their first victory of the year in Chicago, which pissed me off. 135-126 was that final score. Oklahoma City, who I hate with a passion, is undefeated. What? Oklahoma City, y'all, is undefeated. What? And then you got, so far, the comeback team of the year in the Golden State Warriors.
Yep.
6-1 heading into a very crucial / possible finals rematch on Wednesday. A game that I will have the pleasure of calling when we face the world champion Boston Celtics.
That will be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem for you is it's in our house.
And
you guys still haven't gotten over the ghost of the beatings we've given you in our house.
And y'all haven't gotten over the fact that we beat you in your house in Game 6 2 years ago.
Why do you think we're playing so pissed off?
Yeah, the Warriors too. That's going to be a fun game. And that, I don't care what they say about the Cadavers. I don't care what they say about the Supersonics. Your finals preview is going to come Wednesday night in the Garden.
First one to 150 wins.
200.
I'm not trying to turn this into NBA 2K25 here.
No, but they are.
You're not wrong. Sliders are turned all the way up.
Listen, no, but I'm not trying to turn this into NBA 2K, but they are. Two of the highest scoring teams in the NBA right now are the Celtics and the Warriors. And we know the 6-game classic they put on 2 years ago.
Yeah, they did.
It was a 6-game classic. And I had a friend ask me, why am I so high on the Warriors this year? Well, one, I've been a fan since 2005. Actually, I've been a fan since 91, the Run TMC days. Secondly, Steve Kerr has made one change in his coaching style this year because the Warriors have so many questions. He's using a 12-man rotation.
Yep.
He's using a 12-man rotation, and unlike before, the ball moves. I shouldn't say unlike before, because with the Warriors and Steve Kerr, the ball always moved. The ball was always on the hop. Right?
Yeah.
The ball was always on the hop with Golden State. The difference is this time for me, and I want to get your thoughts. Shane. The difference this time for me is that with this 12-man rotation, you are really inviting how did Cole put it? A Princeton offense on steroids to consume even more steroids, because, man, last night in Washington, they beat up the Wizards, and they didn't do it from beyond the arc. They did it with a lot of backdoor cuts, which has been the staple of Steve Kerr, but now there's more of them. Do you see a difference this year in the Golden State offense than in years past, even the championship years?
Yeah, because as you just said, the backdoor cuts are what's getting everybody. I mean, if it works, why screw with it?
Exactly.
So you just keep putting it in, no matter what line you're running. And look at how they've been doing. Look how they've either come back to win games or blown games apart.
Yeah.
Every team is starting to slowly find their identity.
Mm-hmm.
Austin right now, we're just lethal from everywhere, no matter what we're doing.
Yep.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm looking up some of the stats right now. Boston has 31 more threes made as a team than second place, which happens to be the undefeated Cleveland Cavaliers, which also gives us the fact that we're scoring on average 1.3 points per game more than Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. That'll be a good matchup when y'all play them.
We've got solid matchup with you guys because you're only 2 points behind us.
Yeah.
In the PPG line.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be one of those.
Take a look at that. Who are the top 5 scoring teams, and what's their average?
Boston on top, 123.6. Cleveland, 122.3. Golden State, 121.6. Toronto, 119.4. Indiana, 118.4.
121.6 for Golden State.
Yep.
They haven't averaged that after 7 games in 2 years.
And here's the thing. Golden State is also leading the league right now in boards per game at an even 49.
And that's where this year the big difference is. Golden State can kill you on the boards because they have a couple of young guys that I absolutely adore. Trace Jackson Davis in his second year out of Indiana, and Jonathan Kuminga.
Yep.
And we also have the return of Draymond Green on the boards. He's absolutely they are absolutely lethal on the boards this year. Lethal. And as you said, they're leading the league at 49 rebounds per game.
They're also top 5 in every other big, stat in the game. Assists per game, they're third at 30.4. Blocks per game, they're fourth at 6.4. Steals per game, they're fourth at 9.7.
Man, I'm going to have fun calling that game Wednesday.
Yep.
I'm going to have fun calling that game Wednesday. The Warriors and the Celtics, I'll have a graphic for it a little later. The Warriors and Celtics Wednesday in the Garden. Yours truly will be on the call. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be suited and booted for that game.
Let's go.
Let's go. And let's go to a break. And when we come back, the Hawkey GAWD returns. That'll put a smile on his face.
I'm tired.
This is going to be one of those.
You okay, dude?
I'm breaking down the records from our picks, and oh, Lord, I suck.
The Hawkey GAWD is.
But the thing that surprises me is Shane is dominating.
I'm not doing much better. And it doesn't, and that Shane dominating, that doesn't surprise me.
But
I am just.
We'll have some picks for you.
I am just getting back full time into hockey. And I'm talking about watching it, calling it, paying attention to it, even though I do on a daily basis. It hasn't been the same until this year, because after my cancer, I had to take a break from sports, period. Now I'm finding my groove. Let's take a break. When y'all get back, we'll talk some NHL hockey. And later on, Alison Mic Drop Moran drops by. I'm waiting for the mic drop moment.
We're going to be full of them this week, I have a feeling.
Yeah, we're all going to contribute at least 2.
30-year-old Mayo.
God.
We'll be right back.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E. Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, Sleet or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Dear Mr. Anthony Davis,
on my foot, on my foot, on my foot.
On my leg, on my leg, on my leg. Man, that ain't right.
A big, fat, glorious Nene. Now,
let me get the Zamboni out of the way here. Hang on a second. Hank, move the Zamboni.
No. Hey, Austin, bring the Zamboni in.
By God, it's Austin's music.
You remember the incident.
Uh-huh. Vince wasn't too happy at the end of it because he was looking up at the lights.
And that was at Joe Louis Arena in Detroit.
Yep.
Speaking of hockey, let's do it. Going to talk some hockey, and this morning it's presented by BetUS.com, where the game begins. And as I mentioned yesterday, we have a new partner to help us out. You see the branding up there called Wanna Parlay. More details on that as we go along. All right, Shane, drop the puck for us. Let's do it.
It sucks. The NHL has just been weird all year long.
Really?
Yes, because Utah started undefeated and then now just sucked. Winnipeg is 11-1. 12
The
games
Winnipeg Jets. Let's start there. The Winnipeg Jets are 11-1.
Yep.
What?
2 words. Connor Hellebuck.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best goaltenders to ever do it.
Yeah. I like what they're doing. Can they keep it up though?
I don't know.
Can they keep that's the
any injuries is probably going to take that team tumbling down.
Yeah. I don't want to.
Honestly,
I wish no injuries on anybody. I don't. But a major injury for a team like the Jets that started 11-1 will, as you said, take them tumbling down in a hurry.
Ugh.
The Devils are leading the Metropolitan Division by a point over the Rangers.
Mm-hmm. It's the Metro City battle between New Jersey. Well, we call it the Big Apple battle, but even though, sadly, the New Jersey Devils actually have an identity because they actually play in New Jersey.
Yep.
Giants, Jets.
Brooklyn Nets.
No, wait, Brooklyn plays in New York too. It's just part of the Shadow Realm.
Brooklyn plays in Brooklyn.
We'll come back to that later. Central Division goes Jets, Wild, Stars, Utah, St. Louis, then the Blackhawks. Of those 6 teams that I just named, and we'll see the Avalanche tonight against Seattle. Of those top 6 teams, and yes, I said top 6 teams because I told y'all to keep an eye on the Blackhawks this year. This is a team that's growing right before our eyes. They just need to learn one major thing, and that's to finish games. Because some of these games, like the one against Anaheim in Anaheim and the one in San Jose, they could have snatched easily. They allowed San Jose to come back to beat them, and they allowed Anaheim to come back to beat them in California. before we beat their ass at home. Let me just be specific here, Droid. Can the Hawks make a run and get into the postseason this year?
How the team's looking so far and in their form, I don't think so.
Mm.
You got a lot of work to do within trades and maybe even looking at a free agent to sign if you want to have your season back and running.
Yeah.
Because just Connor Bedard and Taylor Hall is not going to get you into the playoffs. I'm sorry. When you got teams like Minnesota and Nashville now actually starting to make some runs, the Wild are 8-1-2. You know, so like don't sleep on the Wild. Utah's a pretty decent team.
Right.
Colorado's starting to get their feet up, and then you also got St. Louis is also still really good.
Mm-hmm.
You got too many teams that just completely outman you in every single.
Yeah,
category.
we're very shorthanded, and we got to get a premier goalie, either via draft or via free agency. That's the problem.
Your entire problem is not based around goaltending. It's based around your defensive play.
Yeah.
I think it's time for Chicago to get a new coach.
I'm going to agree with that.
Because your current coach, because your previous coach was Joel Quenneville, and then he got kicked out of the league because of the you-know-what situation, Kyle Beach.
Yeah.
And, well, Joe Quenneville was reinstated recently.
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't made the playoffs.
Since 2017. No, 20. Since 20. Because we made the playoffs in 2020 and beat the hell out.
20 doesn't count. 20 doesn't count.
It counts for me.
It does not count. They let like 24 teams into that playoffs. Does not count.
It counts for me.
I do not count 2020 for anything.
We played a wild card series. Listen, 20 counts for me because we played a wild card series against the Edmonton Oilers and beat the hell out of them. Speaking of the Oilers, let's go to the Pacific Division.
You're not even gonna let me finish. Come on, man.
Go ahead.
20 doesn't count because if the Dodgers World Series doesn't count, if the Lakers championship doesn't count, basically that means those two playoffs don't count, and neither does the NHL's, including Tampa Bay's Stanley Cup. Yes, I'm saying Tampa Bay's Stanley Cup doesn't count. You.
It was coming. I knew it.
I got nothing for this. I ain't got a horse in this rodeo.
I cut myself, so the producer's gonna get mad at me. So
I ain't got a horse in this rodeo.
Listen.
Well, you just made Dr. K happy with that edit.
Listen, if
let me find the button here.
If no other 2020 championship or playoff counts, then 2020 does not count. You haven't made a genuine playoff since 2017.
17, yeah, when we got swept by Nashville. I was living in Jasper, Indiana at that time. I had just gone through a major injury. And anyone that's had an ingrown toenail knows those suckers hurt. And I gotta tell the story. I was working in a furniture warehouse, illegally having a hockey game in my ear because I had to have WGN radio, and I was listening to a Blackhawks game, and I was moving parts, and then I picked up a panel. It slipped and slammed right on my toe. The toe that had the ingrown toenail. Just as Jonathan Tays lit the lamp.
Listen, I'm just going to keep this simple. Luke Richardson was a great player. He's not a good coach. You finished 8th in the Central in the last 2 years with Luke Richardson as your coach.
Yeah, we need to get we need to get a new staff and a new philosophy.
You need
I agree
fire
with you there.
Luke Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
Get a new coach. Get new goalie coaches.
Yes.
Get new defensive coach. Basically,
new staff.
Clean sweep. Do what Buffalo did a few years back. Clean out your entire coaching staff and your entire
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that. I didn't mean to push a button. I was replacing. I was in the process of replacing the battery here in my mouse because it went dead and they pushed that button. I'm sorry. Continue. You fool!
There's that too.
Thank you, Droid. that one fit. That one fit because I pushed the wrong button. But yeah, I think the Blackhawks need to sweep the coaching staff. And I can't find my damn it.
Well, Snowman deals with that. Chicago has been just taking belt to ass like the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I think now it's time for a clean sweep and a new philosophy in Chicago. And to Edmonton, they are proving that without Connor McDavid, they are nothing. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, they fell off. They've completely fallen off the cliff.
Listen, they only beat Calgary because Calgary sucks. And then they got shut out.
Say that again for those of us in the cheap seats at Old Chicago Stadium.
They only beat Calgary because Calgary sucks in the Battle of Alberta. And then they got shut out by the former Stanley Cup champion and former St. Louis Blues goalie, Josh. I think it's actually, no, not Josh. It's Jake Allen. Jake Allen. I haven't heard that name since he was in St. Louis.
Jake Allen.
A man who led up 8 goals to the Tampa Bay Lightning on Frozen Frenzy night. The same man who let the Islanders score 5 against him.
Mm-hmm.
The same man who let the Islanders score another 4 against him. He's let up 9 goals in the last 2 games he's played the Islanders.
9 goals.
9.
Hey, New Jersey,
times.
you don't put Allen in when you're playing the Islanders. Maybe that'd be a good idea.
Maybe
9 times.
Thank you, Ferris Bueller. 9 times.
Bueller.
But last night was also weird because we had 2 shutouts.
Mm-hmm.
We had a Jake Allen shutout, and then we had one of the most mediocre shutouts in NHL history. A 16 shot, 16 save Darcy Kemper shutout.
A shutout's a shutout.
But 16 shots means nothing to me. That's
like
a
mid.
3 game. All right. That's a 3-on-3 ice hockey game.
That's more like a first period most of the time.
Yeah.
That's an average first period for Sergei Bobrovsky, all right?
Mm-hmm. That's an average first period for Eddie the Eagle Belfour.
And
Corey Crawford.
Oh, good morning, Victor. But
And Dominic Hasek.
Let's just get to today. I want to get these picks out of the way because honestly, I'm tired. And we got
You're ready to crash. From the look on your face, you're ready to crash again, man.
Maybe. But we got halftime on the way. And then we got Alison Moran also on the way. So let's get these through. These picks are, hold on. Today's picks are presented by BetUS, where the game begins. We're going to take you to Buffalo, New York, where the Ottawa Senators play the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo is favored by 1.5. Snowman?
I should, but I can't. I'll take the Sabres.
Vic, in chat,
Vic's not here, remember? Vic's not here in office with us.
I'm going to go
He's
with
in the chat.
Ottawa Senators
Okay.
because they proved me wrong last time. They've been on a hot streak. So I'll take the Senators. Shane?
Yeah, Ottawa's been looking pretty solid. Buffalo is starting to go down that rabbit hole again of suckiness. Give me Ottawa.
I'm the lone wolf on this. Okay.
This is
Next one.
This is happy. Next up is the game that Shane has been dreading. It's a
Okay,
rivalry
okay,
game.
Bobby. Okay, Bobby Boucher.
That's some high quality H2O.
That's just how it be.
Hey, Mama said I can't. Mama said I can't play football.
You got your pick. You got your pick.
You got your pick. You got Vic going with Ottawa.
Ottawa. So Lone Wolf, Snowman going with Buffalo. The rest of us going with Ottawa. The next game, the game that Shane's been dreading, it's the Boston Bruins versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto's favored by 1.5. Snowman?
Crap.
You like neither of these teams.
No, I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Both
walking
of them
down the
can go.
ramp, please welcome Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Both of them can go themselves.
You taking them all again?
No. This is in Boston, right?
No, it's in Toronto.
Oh, it's in Toronto. Crap.
And by the way, for those who are curious, Shane leads the standings with 11-5. Snowman and Victor are tied at 7-9, and I'm sitting at the bottom at 6-10.
I don't know how that happens since you're the hockey expert. All right, fine. I'll toss a coin and I'll go with the Bruins.
We got Boston. Victor will provide us his pick in the chat. I'm going to go with Boston. I'm sorry. I can't trust Toronto for the life of me.
And that's why I was hemming and hawing so much. Thank you, Jody. On this game.
Stolars has been hot. So I'm actually going to go with Toronto if they start Stolars. If they don't start Stolars, I'm picking Boston.
All that has to be said. Move on.
Yeah, move on.
I'm guessing you're pointing at your hat. I got a Google sheet pulled up with the odds and stuff, so I can see what you're pointing to. Yeah,
there you go.
Hey, look.
All right. The next game up is Calgary heading into Montreal at Le Centre Bell. The odds are in favor of the Calgary Flames with 1.5 point favorites. Snowman?
Yeesh. I haven't trusted Montreal since Guy Lafleur. All right, fine. I'm going to hate myself in the morning for doing this, but I'm going to trust Calgary.
All right. Vic's got his pick in. He's got the Flames, and I believe he chose the Bruins as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did.
All right. I love both of these teams, mainly because Brian Lomberg is on the Flames.
Right.
You got the expected goalie as Sam Montembeault for the Canadiens. He's 3-5. And then you got the Calgary Flames expected goalie Dustin Wolf. So I'm gonna go Calgary.
Yeah.
Montreal hasn't been the same since Price left net. Give me Calgary.
Got a
clean sweep. Clean sweep.
Presented by SeatGeek.
I love it. Thank you.
Sweep them seats with SeatGeek.
All right, next up is
$20
going to
off
be
your
the
first
most. Next up, we got the most lopsided game, in my opinion. We got the Philadelphia Flyers heading into Carolina. Carolina are 1.5 point favorites.
Carolina. I don't know who the hell the Flyers are. I don't know who the hell's on their team. I haven't trusted the Flyers since we beat their ass in 2010. And before 2010, I haven't trusted the Flyers since Tim Kerr was on their team in 1987, making a surprise Stanley Cup appearance against the Edmonton Oilers. Yes, I'm dating myself. Yes, I'm old. I don't care. I can't do it. I can't do it, and I won't do it. Give me the Carolina Hurricanes.
Victor's got his pick in, the Canes, and I'm going the same way. I'm going the Canes. Philly just sucks right now.
Philly sucks.
Sweep it. Sweep it.
And we got a clean sweep presented by BetUS.
Man, we're going to have to get a graphic for the clean sweep.
Next up,
You're welcome.
Penguins heading into the Barclays Center. Oh Lord, the New York Islanders will be the team they're facing off. The New York Islanders are favored by 1.5.
Fine. I'll go with the home team. I'll go with the Islanders. I don't know why, but they're favored by a 1.5. I'll go with it. I'll go with the Isles.
Most of these games are going to be favored by 1.5, unless it's like Florida versus Montreal. It'll probably be like 2-3.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is a tough one because Pittsburgh hasn't been great recently. Tristan Jarry got sent down to the minors because he was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And yet the Islanders, I think they're still missing Duclair. Let me fact check myself real quick. I believe Duclair is still out. They got Barzell and Pellick out. Romanov is out. Duclair is out. Riley is questionable.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of key guys missing from New York.
The Big has his pick.
You got Alexander Nedeljkovic in net for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They are without Brian Russ and Matt Nieto.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I picked him again. I was wrong. I picked him. I was wrong, but I'll pick him again. I don't care. Give me the Pittsburgh Penguins. I can't stand the Islanders.
Sid the Kid picks up 2. Give me old Pittsburgh to send the Islanders.
He's
to
going
the
with the
Shadow Realm.
Blake.
We got a split decision.
Split decision. We're going.
The Islanders are going to join the Nets in the Shadow Realm.
Oh,
the Tampa Bay Lightning taking a trip to St. Louis, Missouri. The Blues taking on the Lightning. Lightning are favored by 1.5. Snowman.
Lightning, and they'll win going away.
I'm going to pick the Lightning as well. St. Louis hasn't done this year. So,
nice job.
Give me the Lightning. I got Kucherov scoring. I got Kucherov with a hat trick. And
we got a hat trick prediction.
And if I'm wrong, I'll eat my L. I'll be honest. I'll eat my L. As a
Same here.
fan, I'll eat my L if the Tampa Bay Lightning lose.
Oh, by the way, y'all, please check out the Cats and Bolts podcast with my buddy Rod Peterson. All things Florida Panthers and all things Tampa Bay Lightning. They'll wrap up that game.
Shane, you hate both of these teams.
I can't stand both these damn teams, but quite frankly, Tampa Bay's been a lot more consistent than what we've been seeing out of everybody else. I'm going to hate myself in the morning. I'm going to have to get some 151 afterwards, but give me Tampa.
We got another clean sweep by SeatGeek.
Yes.
Los Angeles Kings take a trip to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where actually they're playing St. Paul, but it doesn't matter. They play the Minnesota Wild. The Minnesota are favored by 1.5.
Ugh.
Are we going to have to play the glass?
Not that.
Both of these teams are good right now.
Yeah, I know. Minnesota.
We'll get Vic's pick on the way. I'm going with Minnesota. They beat my Panthers. They've been on a long run. So I'll go with Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Minnesota as well.
I'm going lone wolf on this one. Give me the Kings in overtime.
Oh, overtime. Okay. We got an overtime prediction here. Sweet.
The next up, oh, Lord, this is going to be a bloodbath. You got the Utah Hockey Club taking a trip up north to Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Man, the Jets are going to whoop their ass.
For the Winnipeg Jets. Snowman, you got Winnipeg.
The Jets are going to whoop their ass.
I'm assuming there's going to be another clean sweep. I'm picking Winnipeg. Shane?
Chris Jericho comes up from AEW and gives everybody a damn code breaker. Winnipeg all up and down this bitch.
Love it.
And as we await Vic pick, Utah.
I think he's going with it. I know Vic. He's going with the Jets.
He's going to say,
you
know what I'm
That's a clean sweep.
Winnipeg will do Chris Jericho proud.
I will definitely. There you go. There's your pick right here. There's your pick.
Clean sweep presented by SeatGeek, not BetUS. BetUS is what presents our picks today.
Yes.
Our odds. Next up, it's a classic matchup. You got the Seattle Kraken versus the Colorado Avalanche. Colorado took that win last time. Will they do it again? Who knows? The Colorado Avalanche are the 1.5-point favorites. Snowman?
This is a game I'm going to call, and I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going with Colorado. It's a 9 p.m. face-off. Our pregame presented by Wanna Parlay will start at 8:30 Eastern time. Going with Colorado.
We clean sweep this game last time, and we were all wrong.
Yeah, we were dead wrong.
I'm going with wrong. We all picked Seattle.
I'm going with Colorado.
We were wrong. Well, let me check. Who is starting for both of these teams? I need to know. You got Joey DeCord for the Kraken. And you got Eustace Anunen, one of the new goalies of the league.
Who the hell is that?
He's 4-2 with a 90 save percentage. He's solid.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just based off of Seattle having Joey DeCord, I'm going to have to go with Seattle again. I'm probably going to regret it by the morning.
Vic went with the Avalanche. You know what? I got Seattle for this one. I like what they're doing a little bit more with their offense, and I'm trusting the goaltending a little bit more.
It's another split decision between between the two Shanes picking against Snowman and Vicala.
And our split decision this morning is brought to you by Wanna Parlay, the world's richest parlay. Go on.
The Vancouver Canucks head to Anaheim, California to play the Anaheim Ducks.
Quack, quack, damn it. Quack, quack.
Vancouver are 1.5 point favorites. We're waiting for Vicala's pick. Both these teams are pretty bad right now. Anaheim's 4-5-2. Canucks are the only one that are above 500. You got Kevin Lankinen, who is undefeated.
I hate the Canucks.
So I'm going with Vancouver just because Kevin Lankinen has yet to take a loss, and you got Lucas Dostal in the pipes for the Ducks. If I'm wrong, I'll eat my L. Give me Vancouver.
Hey, I'll with whatever pick I make today and whatever pick I make on this show. If I'm wrong, I'll gladly eat my L's. Also, I've eaten quite a few of them.
You're actually taking the cost. Wow.
They're 5-2-3, and they beat my Panthers.
So they won't do it again.
This ain't gonna be any Mickey Mouse win, but I'm still taking Anaheim.
I'm going with the Ducks. I can't trust.
Welcome to the Droid's worst game of the night. It's going to be the Columbus Blue Jackets heading into San Jose to play the Sharks. Columbus is favored by 1.5.
Man, you know what, Droid? You got your wish.
Austin Batman coming to the arena.
Not even for Johnny Hockey?
Hell no.
I got it's Austin's music.
Nope.
Do I need to remind you that the same team beat the Edmonton Oilers 6-1?
I don't care about either of these teams. Nope. You can't make me do it, and I ain't doing it. Sorry.
So we got two mulligans.
Chris Bass, what exactly is this game for everybody?
Booty! I think the word you're looking for is
booty. Yep, it's a whole big old case of booty.
This is Snowman.
This is more. This is more booty than what's going on in Arizona with the Cardinals.
Absolutely, it is. Can't.
But if I've
CBJ, RIP Johnny Hockey.
If I've got to make a pick,
you don't.
Yeah, but I've still got a 4-game lead to protect. Give me Columbus.
Look,
give me Columbus.
I will eat my L.
In terms of technicality, that is a clean sweep presented by SeatGeek, as we had only 2 picks for that game. Those are your picks presented by BetUS, where the game begins. Use code Snowman for a 125% deposit match on your first deposit.
Get us
all right.
Halftime, please.
Let's go to halftime.
Yeah, let's go to halftime and let's all take a snooze. When we come back, we got more stuff for you on this Taco Tuesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. We're all dragging this morning, but we're making it. Back in a minute.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E. Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
We're all tired. We're all beat.
What you mean?
But we're all here.
And I have just gotten word that I will be a lot more comfortable for tomorrow's show.
Oh, you got a toy coming.
I got a brand new, much bigger chair with a footrest coming today. And I'll be putting it together, so tomorrow I should be a lot comfier.
But here's the question, Shane. Can you do
What?
this?
Yes.
I've got a damn footrest and it'll go back 160 degrees. What do you think? I've even got a neck pillow.
So we all have chairs where we can lean back, put our feet up, and take a nap.
And wonder how the hell Carolina beat New Orleans.
Man.
You got Snowman mad now. You pushed a
Man,
button.
New Orleans should not have lost that game, but they did.
I was out with the wife when I got the message on that game.
How do you think I feel, man? I was having a burger across the street at a new place.
Look, I saw that score. Then my wife saw that score and went, give me this button here. I saw that score come across my phone, and she says, which one is it? I said, it's New Orleans and Carolina. She says, is New Orleans kicking their ass? I looked at Jody and she looked at me and she went, oh, hell. I didn't even say the score out loud. I just showed her the score. Her next three words were my next three words. What the f?
Exactly.
How did you get that one right, Droid? How? Just plain. How in the Vita Blue, yellow-bellied, red-blooded hell did you get that one right?
The 2 random weeks where I just decide to cause chaos and say, I think Carolina's going to get a win. For the 2 weeks I'm right.
Well,
bitch.
Carolina's like, Droid, pick us more, please. We need games to win.
You know what's sad? I'm sure Carolina fans that actually listen to this show are actually thinking the same damn thing.
But sadly, Carolina fans, no, you got lucky. You got so lucky.
I mean, if I had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd have 2 nickels, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
And you are.
You know what? Droid would have 4 nickels. Listen, Droid would have 4 nickels, actually. 2 for Carolina and 2 for 2 Chainz Cousins.
Well, I would say even a blind pig finds a truffle once in a while, but
I was
damn.
gonna say the thing you said in back chat. That's just wrong.
Hey, it ain't profiling though.
Yes, it is.
100% profiling.
How is that profiling?
Because it's you.
That's called profiling.
And
profiling
profiling
is
was wrong.
He actually pulled it off. He actually
They had
pulled it
no
off.
business. The Saints had no business, no right, and no reason to lose that game in Carolina.
No, they outplayed them on every statistical category, but
they didn't win the game.
Exactly.
They didn't win. They didn't win the game.
It's like, damn, dude.
How do you explain? We didn't cover that game Monday. But I don't know how in the blue hell.
Me and Vic did talk about it. We were like, did I just read that right? Carolina beat New Orleans? And he's like, you're joking. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay.
I'm
just
both sitting
because.
there going, you're kidding me. We're just both. Listen, I went and took a nap during the Bears-Arizona game. I came back and went, what the
I'm looking at these stats right now, and this should have been a blowout.
Easy.
New Orleans had 427 yards, 230 in the air, 197 on the ground, 25 first downs, 5 of 15 from third down, 2 of 3 on fourth.
5 of 15.
5 of 15. Carolina was 4 for 10. New Orleans ran 24 more total plays, and they held the ball for just over 34 minutes. And they lost.
I don't get it.
What the hell, New Orleans?
Well, safe to say, New Orleans, you're done.
You lose to Carolina like this, you got no credibility anymore.
None.
Any hope you had of winning the division.
And 2 Raiders fans, please stand up because you're also the same team that lost to Carolina.
Well,
how?
The Raiders have been cooked since they left Oakland. What's your point?
Yeah, true. True.
Can the 3 Saints fans and the 2 Raiders fans please stand up and take responsibility for the fact that you lost to the 2024-2025 Carolina Panthers?
I don't think they want to stand up because we ain't looking for Slim Shady.
And also, can the one Patriot fan stand up for the fact you lost to the Titans?
Do not make me make a phone call.
Make a phone call.
Here we go.
Make a phone call anyway, damn it.
Oh, my son, you really want to start
hearing that the Rams beat the Seahawks?
Oh, you're reading that right?
Okay, hang up the phone. Yes, the Rams beat the Seahawks in a game where I took a big fat mulligan on it.
But this one took overtime.
I'm not sure. I think I took a mulligan as well because both teams suck. Shane will be able to correct me. It was either
Snowman, you took the mulligan. Droid, you actually picked that game and took LA.
Oh, I took LA?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I somehow took.
No, the game you both took.
I already said
that was Bears Arizona, right?
Yes, that's the game you both took a mulligan, and then you took another one, Droid, on Colts Vikings because you didn't feel like
I didn't
making.
want to get my ass kicked. Because I did not want to get my ass kicked. All right.
And also, Droid, you took another mulligan with Snowman on Raiders Bengals.
I couldn't
you wanted to pick that game.
I couldn't do it, damn it. I just couldn't do it.
And Snowman, you and Victor took a mulligan on doggone Patriots Titans. I can't say I blame you, but
I couldn't do it, man.
And I got an L on that because I didn't also take a mulligan.
I took a mulligan, And I'm glad I took a mulligan on Patriots Titans because what the hell was that?
I wish
hell was
I
that?
knew.
I did too. I wish I could.
What the
It
what the hell
should
was that?
New England should have won this game, but unfortunately, we were stupid enough to let them back in the fourth quarter, and then they beat us in overtime. I got nothing.
I got nothing either. And then Sunday night, a defensive touchdown opened the scoring. I'm jumping out of my seat. Then I had to run into the bedroom to check on the wife. She's knocked out. Jody, poor honey, was out. All right. She said she was going to be out before the start of the game. She was. I can't.
You know the crazy
y'all
thing?
hearing what you're hearing in the background because I promised I'd play it.
The crazy thing is, I have actually yet to take a mulligan this season. There have been games I've wanted to.
You
have
some games this week.
You.
Listen, let me tell Shane right now. The opening game of the week of the Sunday schedule, I beg your pardon, you're taking your mulligan.
Which one? New York and Carolina or New England and Chicago?
Giants, Panthers.
What's sad is I'm probably actually going to be awake to watch that crap fest.
Why?
Because I'm usually up for the show by 7:30.
You don't sleep in on Sundays?
I don't sleep in, period. The hell are you talking about?
Hey,
this would
Snowman,
be true. This would be true.
Got you a new song.
I'm scared.
It's in the brand. Go scroll down and look at what's at the top.
Scroll down where?
In the studio.
And look, okay, I'm looking. I don't see it. Hell no. I'm erasing this right now. Goodbye.
This is why I'm glad I actually don't have all the access to this, because there's enough chaos with you two.
Oh, you're going to have access to this.
Oh, I know. It's just the fact that you two are
It's
chaotic.
just a lot easier, to be honest.
Wait a minute. I didn't erase it, man. Why'd you pull it out of it? Why'd you erase it? Why'd you erase it?
You sound like a child right now.
Why
you take it from me?
I got 4 of them, okay?
This is how we're going to wrap up the third period, seriously. Well, third quarter.
And Droid has his nerve saying...
You know what? No, this is how we're going to wrap up.
And Droid has his nerve saying that I sound like a child, even though I am acting like I'm 10 years old, but I don't care.
No, listen. This is how we're going to end this third period. Because, listen, the Bears not only sold, not only mortgaged, but now doubled down
and risked
doubled down and guaranteed their entire season for DJ Moore. Now let's end the third period, shall we?
Not
Back
yet.
after this.
Not yet.
Why?
Because, yes, LeBron, it is you.
No.
Thank God.
I was hovering over it.
I was hovering over it, too.
More like,
and now a selection from the Wonderberg Choir entitled, We've Lost Control. Thank you, Cole Johnson, for that one.
What's next? A graphic of 38-day-old Mayo?
Don't tempt me.
But CeeDee Lamb's injury, before we go to the end of the third period. CeeDee Lamb's injury is, I believe, a shoulder injury.
Yes.
You know who I have to blame?
Dak Prescott.
Pennywise.
Yes. Robert, I know you're on a different team, but you definitely have a relation with Jerry. Yes, Robert, it is you. It has always been you. It will always be you forever and ever. The church rose and said, Amen. I swear.
You a bitch for that.
Robert Kraft and
You're an
Jerry
idiot.
Jones have to be the same person. Have you ever seen Robert Kraft and Jerry Jones in the same room? Exactly.
You a bitch.
Oh, speaking of which, thank you for saying that word, Shane, before we end the third period. Joel Embiid, you a bitch. Period.
Do you know why he's a bitch?
I got several reasons.
Because
apparently he's out with an injury. He shoved a reporter who made a comment about a dead family member of his. That one I don't blame him for.
Justified. That's justified.
That's
Never
just
make a comment
exactly.
on a-
That is
on a
indeed
dead family
justified.
member.
Because if someone
Never
makes
make
a
a
comment
comment on
about
a dead family member.
because if someone makes a comment about one of my dead family members, they're getting a clothesline from hell. That one is justified. The reason I'm calling Joel Embiid is a bitch is because his play sucks.
Well, that's a given. I mean, how many games has he even played this season?
Who cares? They lost to the Suns last night.
I don't think he's played a
118,
single game this
116.
season.
No, I don't think he's played this year. I don't think he's played this year.
Because he was out at the beginning of the year with an injury.
Yeah, he's still out.
Yeah. So he hasn't played a game. I've already taken my decision on the legacy that Embiid has left behind after leaving KU. It's
Trays.
Embiid has been trash since he left KU. All right, his best years were in
And
KU.
he played one.
End of
How many years did he play at KU? One. He played one stupid
I think
year.
he played either one or two. I don't think he made it past his freshman year though.
You suck, Joel Embiid.
Him and Paul George ain't played a game this season, if I remember correctly.
Well, Paul made his debut last night.
Okay, so they fixed that.
He still sucks.
It's just PG got cooked after a single play in the preseason.
PG is cooked.
His best days were in Indiana. Don't at me.
Embiid attended the University of Kansas for 1 year. Alongside Andrew Wiggins.
Well, that explains a lot.
Has had much better luck than Joel Embiid.
He's on the Warriors now, so I actually literally can't hate Wiggins because
unlike
kill me.
Unlike Joel Embiid, Andrew Wiggins is a champion.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Wiggins has a ring. Andrew Wiggins contributes to his team now that he's on the right team in the right system. Unlike Joel Embiid, Andrew Wiggins gives a damn about his team, his teammates, and the game of basketball. So as I said, Joel Embiid, you a bitch. Now let's go to break. Mike drop Moran after the break. Dear God, what is she going to come up with now?
We'll find out.
Back in a minute.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony, or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
There we go.
Booty!
Sorry.
We still talking about the way Joel Embiid plays?
Yes.
Okay.
We're waiting on Allison. She's having a couple of technical difficulties, but she will be here. She said she had to shut her computer down and restart. So while we're waiting for Allison, we're just going to fill the time here. Joel Embiid, listen. Man, I think we got time for this. Give me this. Sometimes you look at Joel Embiid and you think,
I'm getting too old for this.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I have to go.
Here, sweet.
Oh, there she is.
There she is. And I'll say more about Joel Embiid a little later. Have to now. But for now, Mike Drop Moran at your service. Good morning, my dear. How are you?
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Mr. Brian. Oh, I am doing well today. Well, and Brian, I gotta say, you got my vote every time.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
Y'all did vote this year, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I have to go do it still.
Okay.
Listen. Here's why Mike Drop Moran deserves the name Miranda Dramas, because she said last week that Stephanie White would be a perfect fit for the Indiana Fever to be their coach. Well, lo and behold, one announcement went down. Stephanie White is the new coach for the Indiana Fever, and after doing some quick research, and y'all know I'm a madman when it comes to research, and Jody was researching with me, they could not have made a better choice, Allie.
Absolutely. This is a homecoming for Stephanie White. She has actually been the head coach of the Indiana Fever. She grew up in Indiana. She was Ms. Basketball Indiana 1,000 years ago. She has done so much for the state of Indiana and for the WNBA. This was the perfect fit. She said, she's got a home base in Nashville, right? She's been the head coach of the Connecticut Sun the last 2 seasons. She's got kids who are like pre-teenagers now, and so she was commuting from Nashville to Connecticut every week,
right?
And now she can be close to her family. I think this played a big part in her decision to come to Indiana, come back home to Indiana. But I think the other 2 reasons, number one, she's fabulous at taking players to their next level. She has been, the reason why the Connecticut Sun managed to make it almost into the finals this year, if it weren't for those damn Minnesota Lynx, they and they had a great
Yep.
We aim to please here.
You got our mic drop.
The first of many, I hope.
Yes.
But the thing is, way back when, Stephanie White led Purdue University to the 1999 NCAA Women's National Championship in basketball.
Mhm.
Okay, and before that, it was her local high school. Then she played 5 years in the NBA with the late lamented Charlotte Sting, and then she played with the Indiana Fever. She retired 20 years ago. 2004. Then she went on to become the assistant coach at Ball State, Kansas State, the University of Toledo, and then she went to the Chicago Sky and did wondrous things there. And so this is absolutely the perfect time for her to be back home. She also, when she coached the Indiana Fever, she's got the perfect triumvirate of her mentor, her coach, her very dear friend Lynn Dunn, who's now the senior advisor. I think she's going to work really well with Amber Cox, who took over Lynn Dunn's role as general manager, president, whatever. And I think that it's just such a perfect fit. And I just think that that she is going to be the perfect person for Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, those 2 rookies of the year, back to back. I think it's just a perfect fit. And if she doesn't sign Kelsey Mitchell, I'm going to kill her. But no, I can't.
Mic drop too.
That's 2 and counting.
I can't. I'm just kidding. All law enforcement authorities. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't hurt a soul.
I think Kelsey's going to wind up re-signing. She's overseas right now.
Yeah.
Playing basketball, but I think Mitchell will come back. What is the biggest impact Stephanie White will have with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston to make their connection even better for Indiana?
I think that what she's going to do is work on some of the fundamentals that were missing in the Fever's repertoire. I think she's going to make sure that that Caitlin Clark is much sharper in particularly from the free throw line, and particularly from her outside shots need to be sharper. She also needs to work just a tad on her defense. And I think that that's another area where she can really give some improvement. I mean, when you think you're supposed to have teammates around you who can defend, but how many times did we see Caitlin Clark get battered by the end of a game?
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the things that Stephanie really brought to the Connecticut Sun. And what have you got there, Brian?
I have Binks.
The kitty.
I have Binks. Binks crept out. Binks crept out the window and was walking across my desk. And before he pushed any buttons, I grabbed him here.
Oh, hi, Binks.
Hi, Binksy.
It's your Aunt Allie. I claim being auntie to anybody related to you, Brian.
Yep. So you got Binks, you got Pumpkin, you got Winnie, and of course you got Lucy here.
I love that.
But you said something that is so very true. The fundamentals for the Indiana Fever are just going to get a whole lot better with Stephanie.
Sure are.
Because that's one thing that Stephanie really stressed. In the year that she won the national championship, you saw all the fundamentals come out, and that's going to get better. And the another thing you said defensively, I think Caitlin Clark is going to be a lot better, because the second half of the year last year, she was getting her hands in a lot of the passing lanes. And now with Stephanie White, she's going to be doing that a lot more often. And she may wind up repeating, if not this year, the next year, something that Michael Jordan did. Lead the league in scoring, lead the league in steals.
Yeah, absolutely. I do believe you're absolutely right. Caitlin Clark had this to say about her. She said, playing against her, I would say I felt like her teams always had the best scouts against us. I think that just speaks to her knowledge of the game and her way to analyze, and she was clearly on to something. And then hopefully in turn, now that she knows how to stop us, that should be a good way to know how to help us beat certain things as well. So I think her vast knowledge of the WNBA and having worked for so many teams in the league, I think it is just a perfect fit for the Fever. Plus, she can see her kids more often. I think family's everything when you're working. Come home from a bad day, see that semi-smiling face. I mean, my 19-year-old, not always smiling, but damn, I always look forward to seeing them. And
Same with me.
Day,
Same with me. I look forward to seeing my kids and my wife after a good game, a bad game, or whatever. I come in this house and I see Jody's smiling face, and it's like, okay, all the bad stuff can go away now. I am home.
Exactly. And that kind of feeds your soul and feeds your foundation in a way that absolutely nothing else will. It's we as adults what we live for. And even if you don't have children, you can have your kitty cats, you
Yep.
can have your doggies, you can have your hamsters.
I got pets. I got pets, and I got children, and I got my beautiful wife here. So we have a full house. The Chicago Sky now welcomes Tyler Marsh as their new coach. What's the impact that Tyler Marsh will have on the Sky, in particular, Angel Reese?
Absolutely. Well, one of the things that Tyler Marsh brings to the fold is that he developed Asia Wilson into an MVP. He was the one at the Las Vegas Aces who made sure that she became the two-time WNBA Defensive Player of the Year. So and I think that he more than anybody else understands the makings of a true how do I want to say it, the superstar quality, and also Tyler builds for long-lasting success, something he learned from his boss Becky Hammon. He builds for the long term. And I mean, I don't see Asia stopping anytime soon. But by the way, Asia tweeted out that she was not happy about losing Marsh to the Sky. She's not a happy camper that she loses her mentor, her favorite coach. Oh, well, sorry.
Now, I'm drive a little bit off. We got the NWSL playoffs. The spots have been locked in.
Yep.
You got coming in. You got the Orlando Pride, the Washington Spirit, Gotham FC, my Kansas City Current, North Carolina. You got Portland. You got Tampa Bay, and then you got Chicago sneaking in. What does Chicago need to do as that 8th seed to prove everybody's wrong?
Oh God. You know what? If they last one round in this upcoming playoffs, starting November 8th, let's just say they were so lucky to be here. The good news is that they have Alyssa Neer, and she's not going anywhere for a while. Mallory Swanson's going to be back as well. So, there's a chance. But they've not done well against the Current. So I just, with the losing record that they have right now, it's 10-something and 14, and I just don't see them moving beyond. And I hate to say this because, I'm a Chicago gal and I've been covering the Red Stars, and I'm probably going to continue to call them the Red Stars even after this year. And you're going to have to forgive me if I do. Sorry, Laura Ricketts. I love you. But, but they could very happily surprise me and move on, but they're going to have to play a much more aggressive style. They're going to, and I questioned Lorne Donaldson, about some of his play calling. And it's just they're not. I don't think they're really prepared to be in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, got the Orlando Pride actually being the first matchup at the playoffs for the Chicago Red Stars starting November 8th. This is going to be, I believe, in Orlando at Inter&Co Stadium. So not only does Chicago have one of their best players gone with suspension, but also you have Orlando, the number 1 team. Do you think they can pull upset just like the Florida Panthers did to the Boston Bruins?
It's possible. On any given day, sure. On any given day, everything is possible. They're supremely talented. But they have been much more a flash and glamour team as opposed to somebody who's really been digging down into the fundamentals. They have not. They've not been the team that I expected to see on the field. But sure. Orlando could have a really bad day. Orlando, although I doubt it, I think when I say the Chicago Red Stars have not lived up to my expectations this year. I've been seriously disappointed in their style of play, their aggressiveness. Their defense has looked abysmal at times. Anything and everything is certainly possible, but they don't have anything that I can see going for them this year. Sorry to be such a doomsayer,
but you're speaking the truth though.
It's called speaking the truth, which is what a lot of people are afraid to do nowadays.
And it's one thing that drives me mad with teams that know can be better. And Allie, you've spoken to it, and just like everyone on this panel has spoken to this word, inconsistency. The inconsistency is maddening with the Red Stars. I had a chance to look at a couple of their matches, and then one, they're playing like gangbusters.
Yeah.
Okay. They're attacking the net, they're attacking the zone, and then in another game, where are they? They were just sitting back waiing for the game to come to them, and it never did.
Sleeping. They were sleeping at the wheel. It's not the way to win.
No.
But like I said, anything's possible. The race is as tight as Trump versus Harris. It's in the end.
Crazy. Let's do one more thing before we get out of here. After 70 years, after a league of their own folded, and I'm so excited to say this aloud, women's professional baseball will return in 2026. And I already got, where are you? I already got this headset here waiting to put it on and call some games for them.
You and me, Brian.
Yep.
You and me.
We're going to be calling some games for them.
I love it.
I am so excited. How excited are you for this, Allie?
I am 100%. I am so excited that there is going to be a women's professional baseball league.
Yes.
It's going to be called the WPBL, and it was launched by a woman by the name of Justine Siegel. I have spoken with Justine for many years, and she has been a one-woman force to get women to play baseball. And she has and to get women more involved in the primarily the playing aspect of the game, because for years it's been, play softball, what's wrong with softball? But she's got some pretty heavy hitters coming in with her. First of all, Cito Gaston. If you remember that old name.
Two-time world champion manager with the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yep.
I remember Cito Gaston. The one thing I want so badly, and you already know where I'm going. You need to tell me who's in charge of their media, because if they don't have anybody in charge of their media, I'll do the damn thing.
It's done, Bri. It's done. They will start in their inaugural season in 2026, the summer of 2026, with 6 teams, primarily in the Northeast.
Yeah.
So, where pretty much everything starts, right?
Yep.
So,
I'll travel. I don't care. I'll travel. I'll bring Jody with me, and I am getting.
I'll bring Greg and Lev, and we'll travel together.
When I got this tweet, it's been such a kick.
Oopsie! I think you froze. I think Brian's frozen on there. But let's. Are you there?
No. Yeah, we're here.
We're here.
Whoopsie!
Brian's here.
I'm here.
Brian is here. Brian is here. You literally froze on the screen for a second. Okay. One of the things that is really important to remember here is that this is the same baseball that men play.
Mm-hmm.
This is going, and the thing about softball is that it's always been considered kind of a minor sport. It's like, okay, that's what women play. Now, this brings me back to my childhood 1,000 years ago. This was, I was refused entrance to Little League. They told me, yes.
Wow.
Yes. I was just prior to Title IX when I came of age for Little League. And I went down to my local village sign-up team, the good old Parks and Rec department.
Yes.
And I said, I want to sign up for Little League. And it was T-ball at the time. And they said, but you're a girl. And I said, uh-huh. And they said, girls don't play baseball. Girls play. Yeah. Girls play tennis.
I'll contest that. Like, girls don't play baseball. Says you. You don't know the girls you don't know the girls I know with a mean swing.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. And I mean, I could take any boy on my block. I mean, anybody. But I said, "What sport do girls play then?" And they told me tennis. I said, "Do boys play tennis?" And they said, "Oh yeah." And I said, well, then why can't girls play baseball? And they said, because we don't do that. And, I was 6 years old. This conversation stayed in my brain for all that time. And so vengeance is mine. But
Vengeance is ours with the Women's Professional Baseball League, and we're running out of time. So, Allie, next week we will expand on this and quite a few more things. That's Mic Drop Moran at your service. Alison Moran comes to us on the Invader Coffee guest line, and Allie, we love you very much. I know there's going to be more and more stuff we're going to talk about next week that we didn't get a chance to here because of time, but we will get it together and we'll have you on again next week and we'll hit everything that we didn't hit today. Thank you, my dear. We appreciate you.
Love you guys. You have a great week.
Thank you much. We got a book. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. And Mic Drop Moran will come on at 9:20 next Tuesday so we can get everything in that we wanted to talk about and then some. So long, everybody. And Joel Embiid, you still a bitch.